All right, Steve, I thank you for the call, brother. Let's go to Jeff in California. Jeff, you're on the line.
Hey, Jason. That thing with the English accents, man, it was reminding me of that song by XTC, Making Plans for Nigel.
And some people are telling me it reminds them of HAL from 2001: A Space Odyssey. This is just one game. I mean, this isn't how the entire system acts. We've played the other commercials where you interact with your friends via the Jetsons and more. I mean, this is a real interactive biometric device that has facial recognition, admittedly. I mean, they're bragging about the facial recognition, full body motion recognition. It's a camera in your home all the time. It's probably, I'm not sure what the specs on it are, but I'm going to guess at least 5 megapixel, probably better.
Well, it just reminds you, like, the future is here already, and it's like the New World Order itself. I mean, in a way, they keep talking about how it's coming. We're bringing in a New World Order. Well, in a lot of ways, it's already here.
Yeah.
And maybe they're just going to keep saying it's coming forever, and it's just going to keep...
Listen, the New World Order really is an idea, man. At the apex of that idea, they want like 3 or 4 large regions, large unions that are under one world government. That, out of the United Nations ashes comes something else. Or maybe it will be the United Nations as the front organization. Who knows? I thank you for the call. We're going to go to Dan, Mark, and more. We got a guest coming up at the top of the hour. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. Prison Planet... PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com.
When Jesus comes.
So I do think it is time to really cut this bill, H.R. 1444, which is in committee, I believe. It's in the second stage. It's been introduced. It's in committee before it even goes to the House. This is just disgusting. Talking about the baby boomer generation. Let's promote service among them. And let's have mandatory service for everybody else. This is even beyond what was in the original GIVE Act, which was, I believe, 1388. Let's go to Stephen in California. Stephen, you're on the line. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes.
How you doing, Jason?
Good.
I'm calling to tell you about probably the biggest piece of propaganda I've ever seen.
All right.
Not the biggest. But it was on ABC the other night called Earth 2100.
Yeah, actually, I talked about it yesterday, and we played the preview to it. I'm looking to get a good digital copy of it. I haven't been able to find it, but Wall Street Journal talked about it, talked about plagues, talked about quarantines, apparently even brought up the chemtrail issue. Is that true?
I could not believe that. Oh, my God, it blew my mind when I saw it. And the fact that on the Pacific Coast, it was the #1 watched thing on DirecTV.
Really?
Yeah, my friend has, the up-to-date DVR box, and it told him what was the #1 show on the Pacific Coast, and that was it. I couldn't.
Well, explain it to people, because it's also a big it's preconditioning us to accept that they're going to kill a bunch of people. I mean, how many people supposedly die during this time period, which isn't that far away?
Right. And it introduced Obama and like his future plan and like what has happened with all the green movement of bringing in wind and solar, and I was just like, wow, just perfect piece. But I'm glad you talked about it because that's mainly what I wanted to bring up to you. But all right, man, keep on doing a good job.
Hey, I really appreciate it. And let's talk about that further, that green movement thing. Today there's a report out there that demonizes coal because the runoff of coal has mercury. You see, mercury's bad for you when they want it to be. It's delicious and nutritious when they want to pump it into your arm via a vaccine. You understand? It's bad for you when they want it to be, when they want coal to go out of business, when they want to start, basically taxing you for carbon emissions, your carbon credits, when it's a cashless society control grid where you have a chip in your body. Making electricity from coal is not cheap, and they talk about all the terrible things that have happened. Why not just regulate them? Why not have the mercury from coal run off into the water system? I'm sure there's a way to do that, but no, coal's a bad idea, even though it's an abundant resource. So they demonize coal because it's outside of their quote-unquote green movement. And it's so weird that they use mercury, which now they're saying, oh, yeah, by the way, everybody goes, oh, you're so scared of mercury. What are you afraid of, brain damage? Huh? You're going to become autistic, Jason? Well, it also causes liver cancer and all sorts of other diseases. It attacks your liver. I'm pretty fond of my liver. I don't drink too much. I'd like it to stay healthy until I'm about, 95, 126, 384. I want to live a long life, Paul. I know you're looking at me, but I ain't going out like that. I don't want to die at 55 because I have liver cancer. It's ridiculousness. All right, let's go to Dan in Wisconsin. Dan, you're on the line.
Jason, you there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, I'm living to 220, man.
220? Sounds like a good number.
Yeah. Yeah, I got
Did we drop him? Oh.
2100 was thoroughly disgusting. I just wanted to throw up during the entire thing. But
so give me a synopsis. The other guy didn't give me a whole synopsis. I'm only talking about what I heard third party. Tell me how this thing kicks off, the whole shebango.
Well, it kicks off. It starts up with different people in the geopolitical governments throughout the world talking about how to regulate the different CO2 levels, and nobody agrees, and then the oceans start rising, and then everybody freaks out, and a bunch of plagues and locusts come, and famines, and
how much of the population gets wiped out?
It got up to, I think, about 8 billion in 2040, and then it dropped down to like 4 billion 20 years later.
So half the population from plagues and pandemics, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. Any terrorist attacks in there?
No, I don't remember seeing anything. But they had plenty of chemtrails and blimps and.
Yeah, they actually admit to the chemtrails in there, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God! I got to get this thing. This is unbelievable.
Yeah,
now the chemtrails don't exist, man. Apparently, I've got callers calling me up, a month and a half ago, trying to tell me that it's, a certain type of engine that's producing it.
They're all compartmentalized, though. It's all compartmentalized. The engineers don't know. But hey, my question. I got a question for you about Ron Paul.
Okay.
I saw I don't know if this has any legitimacy to it, but I saw something about Ron Paul maybe being a Freemason. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, that sounds kind of ridiculous to me. I mean, I've racked the hook'em horns before, and I'm not proud of it, but I didn't know what it meant, and I catch myself doing like this, and I'm just pointing at the camera, and oh no, I got the Satan symbol on there. As far as I know, he's not a Freemason. Who knows? Maybe he is. He does a lot of great things out there. He's the one congressman that's not bought, paid, and sold, and devious. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I think a lot of that stuff that's being said of him, it's ridiculous and trying to alienate him from people like us. I thank you for the call. We'll be back after this. It's the Infowarrior.